in which year it gets actually, added into curriculum in case you decide to go for computer science? What age, what grade it's get added?
Um, for me, it's as like a thing in the CREST
Correct.
program,
Sure.
but like some other schools, they might not have the program. So for that you may have
Depends.
to like wait for like bunch of time, or like maybe have to move to a different school.
Got you. So suppose someone intend to have computer science, and if they choose that kind of a school, then they can have it in the ninth grade, right? Hello?
मॅडम तुमचा आवाज येतोय.
येतोय ना?
हो.
ओके, 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 ओके. तेच मला कळत नव्हतं. सो
नाही,
ओम, you are able to hear me, right? ओम?
तो अनम्यूट झालाय मॅडम, म्हणजे म्यूट झालाय.
अच्छा. 1 second.
आपल्याला थोडंसं कसं
Hello.
Yeah, Om, I
Huh.
guess you went on a mute. Were you talking something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Can you repeat
Yes.
the question again?
No, no. My question was, suppose someone decides to pursue computer science in his life, and then they choose high school appropriately, like CRIST or PV, then they can have this course from the ninth grade itself, right?
Yeah, they have to appropriately choose like the programs. There
And
could
course, yes.
probably be like a different program out there somewhere in
Yes, yes,
Arizona
yes.
too.
Yes, yes, yes. So, sir, what he is mentioning and what I also knew, that kids, like students, have the can have computer science as in their curriculum or in their course from the ninth grade. They have to just, if they choose that early that they want to go and pursue computer science, then they can have it. And from ninth itself they can have that in their study, and when it furthers out, they have more subject related to computer science when they go to college and all of that stuff. But we definitely can involve those students and get more information for Indian students. बागल सर ऐकलं ना तुम्ही?
येस मॅडम.
Ha, ठीक है. Okay, okay. So let's move further. Akanksha, you are here. I can see Nikita is here. I can see Gargi is here. So, Gargi and Om, in case you want to introduce yourself, you can. Or if you want to introduce yourself later, that's also fine. It's completely up to you. Do you want to introduce yourself right now? Or you want to do it at the later stage?
Yeah, I can introduce myself
Perfect.
now.
Yeah. So just to give a background information about Om, he was born in United States and he has studied throughout in United States. So he has not studied in India. So he doesn't know how, like uh, basically Indian schools, but he would give information about him and here in this United States. Okay, Gargi, I'll unmute you. Yeah, you can go on Om.
Yeah, so my name is Om Walke. I am in ninth grade currently. Um, I am trying to pursue the CREST program because this year many people enrolled. So that is one thing. So, like some schools are like popular for their programs and people will like enroll really fast. So you might want to do that as early as possible. Like if you're going into like any specific like program or anything like that. Um, I go to like the swimming team that I'm on. Uh, I go to the club swims and yeah. Mhm.
येस ओम.
Yeah, Om, you are saying something. We are able to hear you.
Yeah, do you want me to repeat my introduction?
No, no, no.
Like,
You are fine. You are fine. So, and when you go in high school, do you have to do some extracurricular activity like volunteering hours and all of that? That's part of United States, expectation from youth. But that's so not so much into India's to develop your interpersonal skills and your extracurricular and all of that stuff. So that's good about your United States. That's what I feel. But if you have any questions, Om, for them at the
mhm,
later stage, you can ask Indian students also those questions and they'll be able to answer you.
mhm.
Okay, perfect. So, Gargi, so Om, if you are done with your introduction, I will move to Gargi. She also wants to introduce herself. Gargi, are you able to unmute yourself?
Hello, hi, sorry.
Yes, hi, no problem. Yeah, go on. Welcome, Gargi. You can talk.
Okay, I'm Gargi and I'm in seventh grade, and I've had a little bit of experience learning in India since I had to learn a little bit of Hindi in India when I was there, like 3 months ago.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, so no, not as like you didn't study there, right? You went to India and from your relatives and all you learned Hindi, but you didn't study in India, right? Or did you?
No, I used to go to a tutoring class in India, and
Okay,
the
class.
teachers
Okay,
did the same.
perfect, perfect, perfect. But you were not in enrolled in the school there. Like you haven't experienced how schools are in India.
No, not really.
Okay, gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Oh, that's great. And do you like Gargi? Do you want to say something about your schools or like how schools are in what they basically try and wants their students to achieve or something? Do you want to share that? Do they focus only on your curriculum, or do they expect you to do like volunteer hours and all of that stuff? Are you into it still, or it'll start for you when you go to 8th grade?
It actually starts for me when I'm in eighth grade, so I'm still in
Gotcha.
seventh. So it
Yes.
doesn't start yet, but some it kind of happens in seventh grade, like here and there.
Great, great, great. That's cool, Gargi. Okay. So, Gargi, Om, the objective of this hour today is there are students and there are basically many your age group kids, or I could call them youth in India. They have fantastic ideas. They are very talented, but sometimes they slightly struggle in communicating, in getting their point across and presenting themselves out there in maybe in their class, maybe in interview exams or to outside world. So they want some help, like and in case Akanksha, you want to you guys can also introduce yourself like Akanksha and other people. um, I see Siddesh, Samruddhi, Hemlata, whoever wants to introduce themselves, they can introduce and talk about them. And also, when you talk about yourself, Akanksha, you can tell like what are you expecting out of this activity. Perfect. Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Akanksha. Sure.
First of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity. My name is Akanksha Krishna Sanone. I am from India, Maharashtra state. I am doing graduation in B.Tech Civil Engineering in third year. And my expectation from this coaching is I have to learn communication.
That's perfect, and that's great. And you said you are you are studying Akanksha in what trade? What do you study, Akanksha? You are mute. Akanksha, are you able to hear? Can you unmute yourself? Bagal sir, am I audible? Like, are you able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Akanksha is gone on a mute, I guess.
Ah,
Okay. They are able to unmute themselves, right, Praveen sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, can someone give them unmute access, because whenever they are trying to unmute them, they are getting a message that only organizers can unmute you.
Yogesh
Madam, she
sir.
have already co-host.
No, I am co-host, but all the guys, like I got
She's
message in
also,
the
she's
Yogesh
also,
sir.
ma'am.
Yogesh sir.
She is also, ma'am, co-host.
विदाउट परमिशन आहे ना अनम्यूट होण्याची परवानगी देऊन टाका.
विदाउट
Co-host
परमिशन
आहे
करत
तिला
आहे.
दिलेलं, sir.
हा
सगळ्यांना दिली का?
Co-host
सगळ्यांना
केलेलं
दिलीस?
आहे.
नाही,
Yes, yes, ma'am.
सगळ्या स्टुडंटना दिली का योगेश सर?
Yes, 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 ma'am.
कारण हे आकांक्षाचा मेसेज आला की तिला नाही करता येत होतं म्हणून
Yes,
नाही,
विचारलं.
ma'am.
आकांक्षा तर बोलत होती ना, ते झालं
तिला
होतं.
आहे
हो, नाही,
ऑलरेडी
पण तिला
आणि
मी
तिला
अनम्यूट
co-host
केलं होतं.
केलेलं आहे.
अच्छा, तुम्ही केलेलं आहे का?
Yes, yes.
परफेक्ट. ओके. मग आता कोणी पण एनीवन कॅन अनम्यूट देमसेल्व्स अँड टॉक, राईट, विदाउट वी
Yeah,
डुईंग
yeah.
इट.
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. So anyone wants to, and Bagal sir, if you want to say a few words, you can,
Yes,
or
ma'am.
Praveen sir also.
I will
Yes, thank
formally
you, sir.
start the thing.
Of course. Thank you so much.
Okay. At the very outset, I would like to welcome all the delegates, because from last 3 years, we are supporting the students who are doing their MPSC, UPSC banking examination. With that, some of the career options in banking, regarding that also, we are having from last 3 years, we are arranging this Zoom meeting on every Sunday. But today, as some of the American students have joined us, and by the convenience of Sushma Thakur madam, she is now in USA and working as a vice president for JP Morgan. And our coordinator Praveen Pawar sir is also there. We are supported by Saman sir from Tarun Bharat also. And all these people are trying to develop the skills among the students. And so while doing the MPSC, UPSC or banking examination, we have found that so many students are having the problem or phobia of English. And so to avoid this phobia, how can we overcome all these things? Regarding that, today we have this seminar, and some of the students like Om, Gargi, they are joined from America. Sushma madam has also joined from USA, and so many students of TY, some undergraduate students, and some are from graduation from commerce wing also. They have joined now. So it's good to have on the occasion of the beginning of Navratri from tomorrow, and good news that India won the match against Pakistan easily. By all these notes, I think all have joined. Om has already introduced himself, but I once again request Om that he has to tell something about him, and Gargi also. These are the students who are taking their education in America. They are born in, some are born in India, but some are born and brought up in America. Om is here on screen. He has shown his camera also. So at the very outset, I welcome all of you for this initiative for making us courageous and bold in communication skill, particularly in English communication. And definitely by the courage of all you, we will definitely overcome our phobia of speaking in English. Akanksha is also, she is a BTech student here. And there are so many students from Nandip College also. So I welcome all these people, and I request Sushma madam to say something, and then I will request Om that he has to introduce himself and Gargi, so that all can come to know that there is no that much difference in speaking in English and what is the education system in America and what is in India. So globally we are connected today. So I request madam to proceed further.
Thank you so much for that apt, a summary of our program, what we have been doing since last 3 years. Thank you, sir, for that. And I really appreciate your efforts every time on all Sundays. I see, like we do calls on Sundays and Saturdays, mainly, and it depends on how we get our guests, because our guests are normally IAS officers, IPS officer, top notch engineers and doctors from across the world. So it depends on their time, but always, sir, like Shinde sir, Pawar sir, Bagal sir, you make available all the technical support for those programs, and you yourself are present. That's a big thing. Thank you so much. And the objective of this program is to develop students, because we all believe that there is no dearth of talent in India, and our students are very, very um, we can say, like, they're valiant when it comes to talking in their own mother tongue and explaining their ideas. They're very, very smart. But when it moves to English, they feel it's a different language. And we believe that in communication, language is just 5 to 10%, like 90% is your ideas. But because we have that slight phobia of language, we miss on that 90% part. And that's the reason we want to achieve from this program that these students, now Gargi and they both are born in United States, and they are like, here they must have gone to India 2 or 3 times in their lifetime. But I really want their help, because for them English is their mother tongue. If I will ask them to speak something in Marathi, though their parents are Marathi, they won't be able to speak, because for them Marathi or Hindi or other languages are foreign language. And it's the same case for us when we have our our second language or third language is English, because first is Marathi, second is Hindi, mainly because of Bollywood, and third is English. So you don't. So we want to bridge this gap of languages and being confident in whatever you want to communicate across. So that's from my side. If Praveerji wants to talk anytime, anything, you can just unmute Praveerji and talk. But in case Praveerji is here, right? Praveerji is here. Praveen sir.
Yes, ma'am. Praveen sir is there.
Perfect. Praveen sir, तुम्हाला बोला, if you want to say anything, you can, or you can do later also. It's completely up to you. And in case you want me to request Gargi and Om again to introduce themselves, I can tell them, because many students have joined now. And okay, Praveen sir is also muted. Let me just unmute him. Can someone unmute Praveen sir? He's sent a message that he's unable to unmute.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
बागल सर, आत्ता सर होते ना दुसरे,
हाँ,
इफ यू
हाँ,
कैन
हाँ.
टेल. अनम्यूट. हाँ.
योगेश सर, प्रवीण सरांना अनम्यूट करा.
केलं केलं आता केलं, पण सगळ्यांनाच करून टाका म्हणजे.
कळलं सर.
हा, ठीक आहे. प्रवीण सर, यू कॅन स्टार्ट.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, yeah.
Meeting start. Since start of the meeting, I was muted.
Sorry for that.
Many students joined from our MPSC group also. I have get the names. As soon as the match over, we won the match and 5-10 students joins immediately.
प्रवीण सर, माईक थोडा जवळ घेऊन बोला.
हॅलो सर.
हा हा, आता बोला.
नेटवर्कचा प्रॉब्लेम आहे.
हा, ठीक आहे, ठीक आहे. ओके. बोला सर.
The same and will help us to bring different types of guest pictures other than the video exhibit. Hello.
येतोय सर आवाज, बोला.
प्रवीण सर, हा ठीक आहे ठीक आहे. तुमचं ना थोडस आवाज जरा कमी येतोय, पण आपण एक काम करूया, नाहीतर तुम्ही नंतर कन्क्लुडिंगच्या पाठला बोलूया, तोपर्यंत जर नेटवर्क असेल तर. कारण आवाजाचा थोडासा इकडे प्रॉब्लेम येतोय. पण ठीक आहे. नाउ आय विल गो अहेड अँड आस्क ओम टू इंट्रोड्यूस हिमसेल्फ. ओम, कॅन यू इंट्रोड्यूस युअरसेल्फ?
Hello, my name is Omal K. I am currently in 9th grade. I do swimming a lot. I go to Moon Valley Club for swimming like every single weekday, and I also do like to go to swimming in my school. I am on my swim team at my school, and um, I love doing my IT stuff, such as like troubleshooting computers and all that. Yeah, that's it. Really.
Perfect. And just to tell you, it's 7:30 morning Saturday here, and Om was traveling, so he actually got up early and here. So thank you, Om, for joining. And okay, now we'll move to Gargi. Gargi, if you want to introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm
Perfect.
Gargi and I'm in 7th grade and I do jujitsu. Yeah,
What's
and
that?
it's basically a type of, what do you call it? Like fighting, like karate and stuff.
Oh, karate. Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
Great,
sort
great,
of like that.
great. And how do you like schooling system in United States? Like how your schools are? Like, do you like them?
Yeah, it's more laid back a little. People in this school, like that I'm in, they don't like really care about what you're doing. Like you can do what you want, but they'll pay attention to you and they'll care about you.
Oh, that's good. That's good. And perfect. Thank you so much, Gargi. And here the objective of this program is communication building and telling them. So just in case you want to answer, what according to you, like what's main thing in communicating or getting your ideas across?
It kind of depends on who you're speaking to. If you're speaking to somebody like on like a higher level than you, like your boss or like or not even like higher level, like coworkers or just teachers or something, you should be like formal and just talk freely.
Perfect. I asked this question to Gargi because she was like anchoring a program at Marathi Mandal, and there were around 400 plus people out there. And again, Marathi is not her first language, so it is equally difficult for her to communicate with people in Marathi when she talks because they speak only like unless and until their parents force them to talk in Marathi, they do not talk Marathi here. Because if I start, suppose some days these kids start have any problem with their parents, and if they have to not fight but altercate, they can't altercate in Marathi. They have to switch to English to get their point even on fighting. So Marathi is not there, like how we can speak in Marathi. Marathi is not on their side when they talk, but she spoke like anchored her program very well in front of 400 people. That's the reason I asked that question to her. Good job, Gargi. And now coming back, Akanksha, if you want to share like what's your objective from this program and what you do, it will be great. And in case anyone wants to talk, I would request them to unmute and talk.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. In India, there are focus on theory. India education is not focused on practical and also extra skills. So I think this is a good platform and best platform to express ourselves in English. So uh, this is great.
Thank you, Akanksha. Anyone else wants to talk? Like any other Indian students? Danish, I can see Kiran, Akshay,
Gayatri,
Shruti. Yeah.
Gayatri Guhagarkar. Tanaj,
Mayuri, in case you want to go. Gayatri is muted. If Gayatri can be unmuted, she has sent a message. Where do I see Gayatri here? Okay. Yes, Gayatri, you can talk now.
Hello, good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Actually, I have one doubt. How this foreign language examination helps
first,
is it because
Gayatri, just introduce about yourself. What are you doing now? And then
okay,
you can ask.
okay.
Perfect.
My name is Gayatri Guhagarkar. Currently, I'm pursuing SY BCom from Dnyandeep College, and side by side, I'm pursuing professional course in Pune itself. So my question is, how foreign language examinations take role in abroad, like it TOEFL and all.
So you are asking about GRE, GMAT, TOEFL, and all those exams. Are you asking how to give those exams, or you are expecting a guidance on how to prepare for those exams? Gayatri? Okay, both.
Yes.
So it depends on few things. Where are you applying and what is the score they are looking at? What I can do for you is I can connect you to few students who have recently given that exams, maybe in last 2 3 years. And you said you are pursuing engineering, or what are you pursuing?
No, I'm
What's your
SY BCom.
BCom? Okay.
Yeah.
And you want to give these exams and do what? Like you want to come to United States and do what? Have you um, tried researching what kind of course you want to go, which university? Have you done any research on that, or you need
Um,
help on that as well?
no, actually, as English is a global language, so I think that it will play a crucial role in my resume also, in my future studies also. So I think giving the examinations of English language will help me. So I was
Oh,
just
okay.
asking.
Got you. So that way it's gonna be very easier. So there are two ways. One is you give that exam and it works on your resume when people see that you have a fluency of that exam. And if you are in Pune, Bhandarkar Institute, and that institute on the Ferguson Road, I can get you the details. They all are there. When we were in college back in 2002, 2003, those institutes were there who were helping um, for TOEFL, GRE, and also for a certification to have those exams. I will give you that guidance to you. And now there are so many online institutes helping you for that. I'll get you that information and I'll connect you with someone to give that information. But if you give that exams and then try and apply in the universities in United States, you get added advantage. And also those exams help you if you are trying to get jobs or do something in India. So those exams help both ways, and we'll give you that information. Perfect. That's good question. Anyone else has any questions? In case you're not able to unmute, you can just put in a chat, or you can just unmute yourself and talk.
Tanaj, Tanaj, you can ask something.
Perfect. If no one has any questions, we can just proceed. And whenever you have a question, you can talk. So what I thought, like how we should conduct this call and how we should do is basically we used to have this, like we had 2 calls in the past, 2 or 3 or more, on the communication you know point. what generally the better way which I feel, but you all can talk about it, and Gargi, Om, you also can put your thoughts around. We can give you one particular topic, or we can share one video with you. You guys can go through, you can carefully watch and read that video and take out some pointers, and in the next meeting we can request you to describe what you have seen or what you have watched, or about those pointers, what you have learned from that video. So in that you'll be able to express your thoughts in English, and other people can, give some positive feedback. We are more about positive feedback, like your presentation was good, or you took out this specific point which I otherwise wouldn't have understood. So um that specific point or your viewpoint was valuable for the group. Like that, people can, start giving you feedback. Of course there could be some constructive feedback that you need to work on one or two three aspects. So English is mainly about grammar. How do you frame your sentences, your vocabulary, and more than that, about confidence, like just building confidence and um, trying to put across your viewpoint. So once you start talking, and once you start explaining what you have seen, what you have watched, automatically in that process your English will be improved. That's what, I feel. Om had a few points other day where he shared with me. It's better for you to start reading in English. Start reading in English, so that you come across with new words. And when you come across with new words, and when you see how those words are framed in the sentence, it's better for you, because you can use them uh, in your communication. Uh, Om, can I share what you shared with me, or do you want me to talk about it, or you want to share? You shared like learn how to ask for things in English and all of that. Do you want to share, or you want me to share?
Either way is fine. How do you want to go about it?
Or you can tell like how they can improve their English. You have some ideas?
Um, yeah, so uh, many people so entertainment is one of the biggest things nowadays, like Netflix, Prime Video, and all of that stuff, right? You can totally watch in like English subtitles if you're like watching like a Marathi movie or a Hindi movie, or like a Telugu or Tamil movie. Then you can just like can like put the English subtitles on and start reading like the English subtitles, and like understanding, like googling up like some words later on, maybe about like what the definition is of like a word, like catastrophic, like that means like devastating, or like um very destructive, very like damaged kind of, so like you can like search things up, like uh Duolingo, or like any apps that you can use for that is also really good. um you can have like individual tutors these days to help you. There are many ways actually. You can go to the store and you can like um read, right, in English, like it should say. I'm not sure if that's the situation over there, like if they have like some things at least written in English that you can read, like in the store, um like the aisle number and all. But um the aisles, like at least like there'll be some products that will have like um some English like on them, like the nutrition value.
Yes, 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 yes. I get your point. And in India also, like there are apps, whatever basically pretty much we have access to. They have access in India, but you are right. They need to know like what to use and how to benefit from that to improve their communication. And the other point Om had written to me, and I can share with you as well. Give me a minute. Gargi, by if you have any pointers how for them how they can improve, you can talk. But what mainly he was talking uh, routine life sentences. If you try to talk more about like what is happening in your life around with your friends and with your at your home also, it will when again I will give you my own example. When I am from hometown, which is I have studied, born and brought up in India, and I have studied in the place at the place where it's still gram panchayat out there. So gram panchayat, you can understand, it's a very remote, very small town in India. So when I went to Ferguson College at the age of 17 and a half. It was very difficult for me to cope up in that situation, because since there were people coming from different countries also in Pune and different places, and North Indian, like people from the north and south have much better English than the people from Goa or Konkan or uh, up country areas basically. But the best thing is when you start make that effort of talking and not feeling ashamed or embarrassed about it, because as I said, um, Om, I heard Om singing few Indian songs like Hindi songs a few weeks ago when we had a get together, and everyone was amused and um, basically amused, excited and surprised when we heard him talk Hindi songs, like sing Hindi songs. He didn't even know the meaning of those Hindi songs, but he was like singing. And when we asked him like how did you sing those Hindi songs, he said, my father, when we go in car around, because in India pretty much sorry, in United States, you need a car everywhere to travel. We don't have train and two wheelers and all of that concept within city. So he picked it up from there, but he was open in singing those songs. So it's same thing for you. Like if you want to, for him it's the same efforts singing a Hindi song, and it's the same efforts for you, Akanksha, or like any other people, Sudarshana, Tanaz and all, to talk in English. So just pick up and start talking. And as he said, watch as much English. So if you are watching any um, you know serial in India, you should basically try and watch that serial in English way, like, or watch in English and then Google subtitle and all of that. But the more exposure you will have with English, it's going to be more better for you. So that's thing about it. And the other thing which we were talking, write one or two letters to yourself every day. So when you start writing email to others or letters to anyone, or write you to yourself, you would understand how your vocabulary is and what you need to build, and to express your English, you need to find that word. You can express in Marathi, but in English if you want to express, then you want to search that word, and then that way your English improves. So start writing emails or at least writing letters to yourself. That's a good way of doing it. And the other thing you can see, you can basically your homework also, whenever you get your homework or other assessment or anything, you can start watching, video interviews on YouTube, English interviews on YouTube. That also helps a lot. You understand how people frame their sentences and all of that. So that will help. Vidya, you want to say something? Are you able to talk? Can someone unmute Vidya Mate? I am trying to, but somehow she's again muted. Okay, actually, I'm studying MSc, so I want to ask you a question. What is the job? Okay, so job opportunity in United States. You okay? So I can hear you properly, but there are two questions. One is how you can improve your English. That's one question, and the other question is okay, job opportunities. No problem. So you have my phone number in the group, and there we can chat about job opportunities. But again, to improve English, the main thing is talking. And what we are gonna do is, from the next week onwards, we will be sharing one video with you guys, which you need to watch carefully and come up with your own points. Like, what did you like about that video? What is the main two or three key points you have picked up from that video? And you have to express, you have to openly talk in this forum that what you learnt about it. Okay, so again, here there is no one to judge or no one to basically comment on you. So you can be open, free, and you can definitely take it, as everyone's intention here is to make you better self of make you better version of yourself and make you better in English, in communication. So just watch that video two or three times, come up with some points, and try explaining those points on the call next week when we have it. So that we are going to do. Any other questions anyone has? Or Gargi, you have any points?
Yes, actually, you
Sure.
could read books to learn English. Actually, my mom, like when she came to the US, she didn't know any, like she knew no English at all. She knew like one or like two or three words, I guess. So she would take books from the library and like just read them. And she wouldn't like necessarily know what they mean. So she would like search up on her phone, or she would use my dad's phone because she didn't really have a phone. Um, so yeah, she would use the phones to like translate it while she was reading the books.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very good suggestion and guidance. You guys, like, there are so many people I see that uh, that they actually make sure that every day they read something. So when they read, automatically it will be better for them to understand. And when you read and you don't understand, it's like up to you that how do you make sure that you you get that word and use it in your English. So that way, please start reading. And as I said, in the next call I will be you need to come prepared. So I'll be sending you video. You have to watch that video a couple of times and come and express yourself. And then Om, Gargi, and other kids from United States will give you some constructive feedback about how you can improve it better, what you can do. So let's start that way. And in case anyone has any points, or Umesh, today was more of a introductory, and setting expectation kind of a call. So Umesh sir, Praveen sir, if you have any point, we can go ahead, or we can, uh, we can close this session and come prepared next time. And I will share all of that stuff which you need to prepare on. Umesh sir, you have like
Yes,
any
sir.
suggestions and all, you can definitely give. Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm waiting for Praveen sir if he want to say something. Otherwise, it's a very nice that Om, Gargi, and Akanksha also has given some inputs, and it was a nice experience to have a communication with Om and Gargi. Definitely, we will be in connection so that we can develop all these things, and this interaction will definitely help everyone for their improvement. And and though it is our first meeting with Om and Gargi, we would like to welcome them in India also when there are occasions, because from tomorrow Dandiya festival is going to be played in Maharashtra and all over India, and it's a 9 day celebration for the goddess Durga, and definitely we will send some pics to you also. It, it was a nice thing. So there is
Tha-
nothing else. Praveen sir, yeah?
Uh, Thank you, sir. A very nice session on behalf of India. We welcome Gargi and very nicely share very nice experiences. And in our in next meeting, uh, we will like to share all their experiences with our other students also. Thank you very much. Thank you,
Thank you
ma'am.
so much. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate you taking time and coming here morning for Gargi and Om, and rest of our Indian students. I understand it's Saturday evening out there, so you took out time and came here. Enjoy rest of your evening, and we will see you in the next session soon. Before that, I'll send all the information. Thank you so much. Yeah,
Yes,
Tanaz wants
Taras.
to talk something. Tanaz wants to talk something.
Yes, Taras.
Can someone unmute Tanaz for a minute?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Tanaz,
Very
you can
much.
talk.
Good
Yes,
evening, everyone. Myself,
yes.
Tanaj Molaji from Nandit College. I'm studying master. I'm doing my bachelor's in IT, and I just wanted to give you an overview about it. Uh, from today's session, we really got to know about the importance of English language, and we also know that the this language is the future of everyone, and we can learn English language from entertainment industry, as Om said. We can also write books, letters, novels, and I think very good habit is of learning language quickly is writing diaries, your own views on it, and expressing some stuff. You know, when you read it after 5 years, 3 years, or more than that years, you know where you have did a mistake. You got to know and make it up for it, and you can come up with new ideas and some new words and introduce yourself and engage yourself in the English language. And it's quite honor to know that yes, someone with background and hometown from India and trying to learn Indian language and outside language, English language, it's quite proud moment. And I thank for today's session about it.
Thank you so much, Tanaz. It was very, very nicely expressed. And yes, diary writing is the best point you have, uh, put forward. And the best part of diary writing is no one reads your diary, right? So it's a personal, you don't feel like people are going to judge me. So that's the very good suggestion you have given to everyone. Again, thank you, everyone. And we will share our video soon in the group, and let's meet once we are prepared with that video to better share ourselves in the group, and that will help you in a public speaking as well as in your interpersonal communication within your groups. Thank you so much, and enjoy rest of your evening.
Okay.
Bye.
Yeah,
Good
no one
night.
is here to judge you guys. So be free.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Good
Good
night.
day.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.